Hey Yankees fans, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. If you love the Yankees but you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. So man, this is just great news for the Yankees. They came out yesterday, doubleheader. I really don't know why there needed to be a doubleheader. They could have played Saturday, but there was a doubleheader and they went out there. They swept the Toronto Blue Jays in that doubleheader. They won the series 2 out of 3, but I have to highlight a couple of these players. One of them being Anthony Volpe. We're going to talk about him a little bit later, but Aaron Judge, let's start off with him. My goodness, he hit his 8th home run on the season. He's batting .406, 8 home runs, 27 RBI, 500 on base percentage, 1217 OPS, 246 OPS plus. Last year, we all know how rough of a start Aaron Judge got off to. That month of April did not treat him very well. He hit, I think, a $177, 4 home runs in that month of April. But the rest of the year, he hit .322, a career high in batting average, 58 home runs. Aaron Judge is having a remarkable start to his season and coming off of a remarkable year that was last year. So Aaron Judge, great to see it. Love to see it. And also, too, since April 27th, 2024, I had to pull this up on my phone. That's why my head is down. Since April 27th, 2024, Aaron Judge is hitting .364, 62 home runs, 158 RBI with a 1258 OPS. That's like a Babe Ruth stat line. That's in 159 games. That's like a Babe Ruth stat line right there. He's having one heck of a stretch. Does he hit 60 this year? Time will tell. We'll see. He has 8 so far. If he matches his May through September of last year, he's going to hit 60. He's going to hit 60. But so far right now, he's at 8 over 400 average. Love to see it. Love to see him off to this fantastic start. He's going for his 3rd MVP. Now, here's an interesting stat. I don't have a graphic for this, but here's a good one. There's only been a handful of players who have had 4 50 home run seasons. Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Babe Ruth. Barry Bonds isn't even on that very exclusive list. Aaron Judge has 3 50 home run seasons over the course of his career. If he does it again this year, he will join Babe Ruth, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa as the only players ever to have 4 50 home run seasons. Now, he could be the first ever to have 5 50 home run seasons if he does it this year and next year or any other year, really. But Aaron Judge, once again, off to a great start. Love to see it. Now, Max Fried. Once again, Yankees called upon his name. He delivers. Pitched 6 innings against Toronto in the first game of the doubleheader. 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Max Fried this season is 5-0 with the 1.43 ERA, 37 innings pitched, 33 strikeouts. To put it into perspective of how great of a season Max Fried is having, before yesterday's start, Fried had a 1.42 ERA. Now, after the start, it went up a little bit to 1.43. I mean, it went up just by a minuscule touch, by a notch. Still goes to show you how dominant of a start he is off to so far this year. Is he going to keep it up? Probably not, but he is setting himself up to where he could have, 2.5, 2.4, 2.3 maybe ERA this season. Max Fried so far, that signing is paying off. He's been great. Now Anthony Volpe. Last week, some of you may recall that I made a video talking about Volpe and basically saying they should send him down to fix whatever's going on offensively. We all know Anthony Volpe is tremendous defensively. He's really good. But offensively, he's been struggling. He must have seen that video. He must have. because Anthony Volpe this past weekend raised his batting average 26 points. His OPS went from 696 to 770. Anthony Volpe went 4 for 7 this past weekend. Well, Sunday. One home run, 1 double. He needed that. He needs to try to maintain this and keep it going. Had a really great first week of the season and then fizzled out. There was a time, a stretch where Volpe went 7 for 54. That's not good. I said, send him down to AAA for a couple of weeks, figure it out. Peraza, he could hit $130. That's what basically Anthony Volpe was doing. He needs to have these kind of games to turn around the way we want him, the way we need him to perform. So hats off to him. Very happy that he had a really great Sunday. And Anthony Volpe, 4 for 7, 1 home run, 1 double, raised his OPS to 770 this past weekend. Now, I don't really see a lot of people talking about him, so I wanted to talk about him today. Oswaldo Cabrera, hitting .278, 350 on base percentage, 102 OPS plus. Cabrera is a guy who competed for third base with Oswald Peraza, Bibas. And it basically came down to, a platoon between Cabrera and Peraza. Cabrera is getting more playing time. And listen, he's seizing the opportunity, at least from a batting average point of view, hitting .278. The power really isn't there right now, but hitting .278 is pretty good. And he plays a pretty good third base. Hats off to him. A very nice start to his season. When DJ LeMahieu comes back, I would think DJ would then be put in Peraza's role, and Cabrera would still get at-bats. He should, because he's earned it. So really, really happy for Cabrera here. And another kid, Jason Dominguez. A lot of you fans are tough on him. I'm a big Dominguez fan. I have been for quite a while. Dominguez this season hitting .238, 2 home runs, 12 RBI, but this is the number that I want to see from him. I want to see him hold like a 710 OPS at least. It's at 726 with the 109 OPS plus. If he could hold an OPS in the 700s throughout his rookie season, that would be huge. Of course, you want it to be a little better than 726 or 710, like I'm saying. But I would love to see if he could hold his OPS in the 700s throughout the season, and that would be a great rookie year for Jason Dominguez. Austin Wells, he did that last year. I believe he had like a 730 OPS. So if Dominguez can do that this season, getting everyday at-bats, he should be able to hit 15 to 20 home runs. He should. And hopefully his average gets up there a little bit more. But listen, he's a rookie. Give him time. He's going to perform. And I love it how he's basically holding firm that OPS in the 700 so far. So good start, I think, for Jason Dominguez. Now, that's the good news. That's the great news for the Yankees. We're now going to touch on a topic that isn't great news, but I'm going to turn it into great news. Okay? So, Devin Williams having a rough year. 11.25 ERA, 4 saves, 2.3 whip. Just not a good year for him. Aaron Boone, rightfully so, took him out of the closer's role. Had no choice but to do that. A lot of people are saying, oh, Cashman, he's not a good general manager, acquiring this guy, trading away like a guy like Nestor Cortez for Devin Williams, a depth starter in Nestor Cortez. Now we don't have him because we traded him for Devin. Don't gaslight people, first of all. That's not necessary. Second of all, if we're going to trash Cashman, if we're going to trash him because of acquiring one of the best closers in baseball, well, we have to talk about the other moves that he's made in that bullpen that are very good, that under the radar completely. He basically turned Jose Trevino into Fernando Cruz. Fernando Cruz this year, 1.80 ERA, 15 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, 0.933 whip. Luke Weaver back in 2023 was a waiver claim. Luke Weaver so far this season, no earned runs, 14 innings pitched, a 0.57 whip. And then let's not forget Tim Hill. 2.63 ERA, 13 2/3 innings pitched, a 0.87 whip so far this season. We can't forget the guys that Cashman acquired to help the Yankees, and that has been good for us. We always focus on the bad. I challenge you, Yankees fans. Focus on the good once in a while. It'll do your soul well.